Hello, welcome back to the series on career. So let's look today at the third category of client who comes to see me, and that's about career progression, where they're saying, okay, what's next? What comes next? And often people have been conditioned to, if you are a certain position, you junior something, then they always think that the next step is, oh, now I must go and be senior something. Then I must become the next stage. Then I must become the next stage. And often it's about seeing now that it's not about a career ladder. It's not like, okay, this step, next step. Oh, I can't go anywhere. What are we going to do with this person? The olden days it would be you had to wait for the person to move or die, or retire to be able to say, okay, now we can move up the ladder. So think of careers, think of the whole industry of different jobs as being more like a jungle gym. You can go up, over, through, down, over, around. You don't only have to go linearly up the path. Something else people find as well is that they might be in finance, okay, and they go like, oh, I'd really like to try sales, but like, go try sales. Work out how to make it happen. A lot of people are limited by, oh no, I'm in finance. I've got to be in finance forever. I can't ever go try anything else. What also helps is like almost when you job shadow in your own company. So you might be the finance person, go out with the salesperson, you know, go out with go and sit in customer support for the morning. Go and see. Okay. Because that gives you an idea of, oh, okay, what is this? What isn't it? Okay, so often people, and especially younger clients, have this idea that their timeline has got to be squashed together and it's got to be fast. And oh dear, it's almost like they feel failures if they haven't got to CEO status by 22. And of course, we know life isn't really like that. Okay, some people are CEOs by 22, but not very many. So it's also seeing, okay, where are you wanting to do? Where are you wanting to do? Where are you wanting to go? What are you wanting to do? What do you enjoy? So sometimes, for instance, people will start off in product, for instance, and they stay in product, or they might branch into sales, or they could be very technical people, and then you go into management. So you give up the technical side, although you understand the technical side, but then along comes the people management, which has its whole different ball game. So it's important to understand what do you want? What's out there? What are the possibilities? And then also very important as well is to understand that no one is going to take you under their wing and say, oh, come here, let me look after you. I'll come and help you do your career. I'll come and open doors for you. I'll come and, no, those days, okay, maybe in the olden days, you did have somebody who mentored you and nurtured you and looked after you and said, oh, and now you'll go and become. Also, we used to, in days gone by, also wait to be promoted because, like, oh, you'd been there the longest, now it was your turn. Hey, no, those days are gone. So it's important as well that you network and not just network in terms of, okay, let's add a few names to my little black book. It's about developing relationships with people, of knowing what it is they do, knowing what you do. How can you work together? How can you collaborate? How can you have a return on your relationship as opposed to, hey, I need you to give me a job? Identify for yourself. I'm sure that you're all on LinkedIn. Okay, some people are on LinkedIn because they needed to be on LinkedIn and then they've forgotten the password and they don't ever go there. But LinkedIn is not only a place if you only want a new job. Okay, LinkedIn is a place to connect with people. It's a place to build relationships. But you've got to set that as an intention. You've got to start off doing that. So when you're on LinkedIn, look to see, okay, what are the options? What else is out there? So sometimes people will say, oh, yes, I want to be the CEO. Okay. So depending on which industry you're in, get the job description of what the CEO is and look to see, okay, where are the gaps? Where are you not meeting? How can you get what is in that job description? Go out and make sure that you close the gaps. Then it's also important, besides the networking, but also to speak to people in the industry, to know different people, to go out there and be part of, like if there's a workshop or if there's a webinar, if there's kind of, be involved in it. So you can also see, oh, I didn't know that there was this aspect or that aspect. Also ask people to please introduce me to. Okay? Don't, oh, well, you should have known that I could have been introduced to John, but you didn't ever introduce me to John, so I never met John. If you want to meet John, say to somebody, okay, guys, who can introduce me to John? Because it makes a big difference. And then in terms of career, sometimes people are wanting to be able to do, oh, I want to be this and I want to be this and I want to be that. What you find, I like the story about forestry of when you are growing trees, how you need to have a central tree and they take all the trees around it away. And this central tree grows up strong. It's got nutrition, it's got the water, it's got everything until it eventually gets to be the strongest tree, as it's gone all the way up to the sky. And when you look up at the tree, you will see that the tree's branches can now spread out and touch other trees. So I find that quite beautiful in terms of a career where I've seen, like in my career, where I've started off maybe in sales, but because of sales, being as strong in sales, then I've gone into coaching, then I've gone into hosting a radio show, having this podcast, doing other things. So you see that the tree at the top spreads out and touches different places. And in that way, you can get more aspects than one kind of solo kind of career. So I would say probably the take-home message is to know what you want. If somebody had to open a door for you tomorrow, what door do you want it to be? What opportunities do you want to come up with? But it's important that you be CEO of your own career and go out there and make it happen. So if any of this resonates, please contact me for your free discovery call, which is 30 minutes. Please also remember that you're loved, you matter, and you're not alone. And I'm Colleen Quist.